I could be in line for about 15 years in jail. So if I did know that, I don't think I'd be putting it on national television.
Let's talk about Chinese technology in electric vehicles. This is something that the US is really concerned about. It feels like we've seen this movie, a fictional movie, but Barnaby Joyce is actually worried about this.
He's worried about more than electric cars. He's worried about Chinese-made solar panels being exploded. So where does this start and end? That's the concern. Now, this is a bloke who used to serve on the National Security Committee of Cabinet, so you can't just dismiss this. And he wouldn't answer me here whether he'd heard about this concept of cars being remote controlled. And look, you might even scoff at that, but the pages blew up, didn't they, in the Middle East? They got that to happen.
Solar panels exploded.
Oh, man. Modern warfare is very scary indeed. This is the former Deputy Prime Minister on the program yesterday.
You know, there's a higher authority that's beyond our comprehension and right up there in the sky. Unless we understand that's got to be respected, then we're just fools. We're going to get nailed.
All right, well, we definitely apologise for that editing error.
This is the former Deputy Prime Minister on the program yesterday.
People have got to start asking the questions, like if you can update the software, if you can track these vehicles, if they're made in China, if there was a malevolent purpose behind it from a totalitarian state, what might be the consequences of that? Also, I might add, Andrew, there are 200,000 solar heaters, Chinese-made solar heaters, sitting on roofs around Sydney, Melbourne, Brisbane and the rest of the countryside. And we've had people who are expert in that field saying you should have a closer look at exactly what you've done there, especially after the pager and the walkie-talkie issue with Hezbollah and what the Israelis were able to do. You think if the Israelis were able to do it, would another country with a malevolent purpose be able to do it to Australia?
During your time in government, did you ever hear about any sort of scenario like this with the pages or the electric vehicles in security discussions? Were experts suggesting to you this sort of thing could occur?
Well, the problem with that, Andrew, is as former Deputy Chair of the National Security Committee, I could be in line for about 15 years in jail. So if I did know that, I don't think I'd be putting it on national television.
Okay, well, did he have these kind of briefings when he was on the National Security Committee of Cabinet? Doesn't sound like he did.
I reckon it sounds like he did.
Didn't want to.
Well, he just said, I'll go to jail if I tell you.
And then confessing on Sunrise.
I made a big mistake.
I could be in line for about 15 years in jail.
There's no excuse for it.
But he had one all the same, with Barnaby blaming booze and pills.
So you mixed alcohol with prescription medication, did you? And this is what happened?
That's exactly what I said, yep.
Hold still, Barnaby.